Happy Sunday. Oh, I said Sunday,
Ooh,
Lord. Happy Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh my goodness. It's not Sunday yet. Happy
Mm-mm.
Saturday, everybody. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Y'all know I'm here with my boo thing. JB. Got him up early, you know. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you, Kenya, for becoming a member. Thank you. I know you're a member on my other channel. Thank you for being a member over here. I appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. Not Jesse Smollett and his husband Smitty irritate my entire soul. Now she called Martin Jesse Smollett though.
Oh my God. I didn't even see that.
Oh my goodness. Hey Kevin, how you doing?
That is funny.
Glad to have caught a live. In addition, lives keep skipping. Something's going on. What do you mean keep skipping? Like the quality is skipping, or you mean like your notifications? What do you mean it keeps skipping? Kay just said, I'm still on like episode 21, but Leslie is my favorite. I just love her crazy self. Child. Yes. Yes. Hey, Don. Oh, you renewed. Oh, okay. Thank you for renewing your membership. You ain't have to do that. Thank you. Cajun, Cajun wasn't watching it at first, so he getting caught up. You only have, about 60 more episodes to
60
go.
more, 60 some episodes to go.
You only have
Shoot,
about 60 more episodes to go, but that's okay. That's okay. You get to watch 2 or 3 episodes at a time because you sort of get to binge it and like and advance the storyline on a much faster basis.
Yeah.
But we're on episode 84 through 89. They're long as hell. They're the same amount of time as any other. It's an hour.
It's
Minus
30,
the commercials, 42 minutes.
Yeah, if you watch it on Paramount, it's 30 minutes.
Right. It's the same amount of time. I'm Cajun. Cajun just like to complain. He's so extra. Anyway, I saw Martin on the episode of Sisters serving straight teas, giving a piece of trade. Oh, not on Sisters. Well,
Yeah, he was on Sisters. I saw somebody talk about that before. I don't remember him from Sisters, to be honest with you. But
Cajun, now you know why. JB is always saying Leslie, Dana.
Sherry,
What's her name?
Dana, Dana, Leslie, Anna, Lulu, and Sherry.
Right. Now you know why she always has those extra names because
that
she got a lot going on. You like my mug, my cancer mug? Thank you. Cancer, my cancer mug. Even though it's almost cancer season, almost over. And this is JB's birthday week, y'all.
Yeah, we got one more week of my birthday. My birthday week is the last week, minus one day because the 21st is the last day.
Oh shucks.
That's what y'all was saying.
Skipping only happens when you watch it when I'm watching a live. I'm not understanding what you're saying about skipping.
I know
if I don't watch the live, I experience no skipping whatsoever.
I know at one point there was like an ad that would come up, and it wasn't really an ad. It would just be a blank screen. It would just be a black screen, and you have to click out of the live and come back in. But I don't know if that ad is still around.
Oh, okay. Hey, Layla. Everybody say good morning to Layla. That's one of my super fans. Hey, Layla, how you doing, boo?
Oh, good morning.
My little nephew is at his swimming lessons right now, child. When I leave out of here, I'm gonna go see him. So this week, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not expect a lot out of this week because in soap opera world, that you don't follow every storyline. At least I'm not gonna say you don't follow. You don't like every storyline. And this week, I thought it was gonna be the storylines that I didn't care about since last week were the pretty good storylines. But I guess because some of the storylines are starting to merge a little bit. I don't know. I guess we sort of were getting some of the good stuff because this was actually a really good week to me. What do you think?
It was a good week. I kind of figured it would be since we didn't get it last week. I figured since we had 1 week off, they will come back in probably swinging. And because I mean, even the other soap operas are doing good. So, I mean, because like I had told you, I've been watching Beyond the Gates, but my attention has actually really been on GH. But then watching this week, I was like, oh, okay. Both GH and Beyond the Gates were really good this week. So
they really were. I thought it was because baby, the way the way the way Monday's episode ended, and I was doing a live watch along on TikTok, and I say my mouth was literally hanging open at the end of the first episode because I was like, is Martin hallucinating, or is that man really sitting in his house?
I knew you weren't hallucinating, but them kids are stupid.
No, you know what? The kids aren't stupid to me. The kids are kids, but here's my problem. Well, let's just go ahead and jump into it, child. Here's my problem with this. Martin, the kids know you're a public figure. They know that there's a certain level of danger that comes along with being a public figure. Why not just tell the kids that your office has been getting some threats and they have to be more vigilant and they have to be extra careful because there's something going on, and you know, for obvious, you know, for legal reasons, you can't give them all of the details, but there have been some threats. Like, they're old enough to understand that. They're old enough to know my dad is a damn congressman and sometimes shit happens. Like, True. I don't understand why they're acting like they can't, like these kids are 5 years old and they can't explain to them what's going on. You don't have to tell them the real details, but I feel like you can say to them, listen, I need y'all to keep your head on the swivel, be extra vigilant. We've been getting some threats. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
I'm different. Maybe I was raised, maybe it's just how my mom raised me. My mom was, I ain't gonna say she was a helicopter mama, but she damn near was. My mama was never gonna go for me doing what Tyrell and Samantha did this week. She would lose her shit if she think anybody is even, like, when I was 17, I had friends that were 19 and 20, and that lady was like, who is that? Who is that? I'm like, Mama, that's my friend. Where you know him from? I'm like, I went to school with them. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but Mama, you know, especially Tyrell, I'm gonna briefly talk about it, but especially Tyrell with that man being in the house, my mama wouldn't have went for that.
Yeah, I mean, Tyrell definitely, but I think, again, I feel like, and I hear what you're saying, because I tell people when I went away to college, I remember I went away to college, I came home for like, I don't know, it might have been Thanksgiving, Christmas, or spring break. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't the end of the school year, but it was sometime during the school year. I came home and I remember I had this jean jacket that wasn't mine. I had borrowed, you know, it must have been spring, I guess, because it was like a jean jacket. And I remember I had that jacket on and my mother was like, where you get that jacket from? Whose jacket is that? And I'm like, how do you not know it's mine? How do you know it's not mine? Like, how do you know I didn't buy this jacket? I literally haven't lived here since August. And I don't know, my mother just instinctively was like, so whose jacket is that? I was like, what? So I understand what you're saying about that, but I just feel like, was the little boy stupid for bringing that man into the house? Yes. But like he said, like, this is somebody I've been playing. Like, I really do think there's a level of naivety when it comes to the little boy, because he is such a, I don't want to say a nerd, but he is such an introvert and so into his chest and all of that. I really think there's just a level of him not understanding that. Should he? Sure. He's a high school student. Yes, he should. But listen, I tell people all the time, I did shit in high school and college that was dumb. Right. That, but for the grace of God, go I. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like if Martin would just talk to them like they're young adults instead of try, but he does that to Smitty. So why would we expect him to do anything different with the kids? He does the same thing to Smitty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tiffany said Martin doesn't have to explain anything to them. He's the adult and they should listen to the parent. I agree to a certain extent with what you're saying, because y'all know I'm definitely one of them people that's like, I'm old school. I don't have no kids, but I'm definitely old school with my god kids, nieces, and nephews. If I say it, just do it. Like, I don't have time for all of that. But what I do feel like is, because these are young adults, and if things are, because of the seriousness of what it is, I do think that when it comes to young adults, I do think there's a level of, I don't think he needs to sit down and do a whole breakdown with them, but I do feel like he needs to say, listen, y'all, we got some threats going on at the office. This is why, because he is acting weird. So I think they're reacting more to his energy than anything else. You know what I'm saying?
That is,
yeah, he's right. Yeah, I mean, I could see if this was his normal everyday level, but it's not. So like he's giving them it's something different now. And I think again, do I think he has to sit down and have a family meeting about it? No, I don't think he need to do all of that. But I do think he needs to sit down and be like, look, y'all, the office has been getting some, because I just feel like that's an easy answer. The office has been getting some threats. I need y'all to keep y'all head on a swivel. We're going to close ranks a little bit. And I don't really need no whole lot of arguments about it. Because the longer he sits there and plays this game, the more questions they're going to have. Same thing with Smitty. Listen, I don't want to be, listen. We're going to get to the whole Smitty of it all. That was like that was one of the major storylines this week. So we're going to get to this. Y'all know, JB goes day by day. I go storyline by storyline. So let's get some of these stupid storylines out of the way. Let me go to my notes. Hold on.
I know. Can I suggest one that we start with?
Sure.
Let's get the worst storyline out the way. Ashley, Derek, Andre, and Shanice.
We can go ahead and get that out the way, but I don't even think that's the worst storyline. The worst storyline for me is Chelsea and this dumbass love triangle. That's the dumbest one for me.
I mean, that's dumb too.
Because it's, again, okay, we're going to start with that one. But let me say this. And I love Beyond the Gates. I absolutely love Beyond the Gates. And I feel like I was treating Love Beyond the Gates. Lord, I was treating Beyond the Gates with kid gloves because I wanted it to succeed, and it is a black show and all of the things. But I gotta be real right now. I need the writers. I need y'all to step it up. First of all, y'all, these scenes are becoming redundant and they're too fucking long. These scenes are becoming redundant and too fucking long. This Chelsea storyline, this love triangle, I need y'all to let's get there. Let's get there. Because we literally had the same conversation Friday that we had on Monday about the doctor feeling like she's not worthy to be with Chelsea because she's a Dupree. And I mean, ma'am, you a whole neurosurgeon. If you don't get your self-esteem together and keep it fucking moving.
I can get her stance since the Duprees are, they're a major family in Fairmont Crest. Yes, she's a doctor, but I mean, you got a politician and his wife, a EGOT. So I want to feel like, I'd be like, damn, I'm a doctor, I'm well accomplished, but shit, you got these two upper echelon people, and I'm dating their granddaughter. I'm cool with their storyline. What I'm not cool with is Allison. That's who's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, that I didn't understand. Yeah, so but we can come back around to that. Let's start with let's get with the Ashley, Andre, Shanice, Derek of it all. So Ashley and Andre finally go out on this date, right? Ashley asked Andre out on a date, and Andre agrees to go. When we see that Shanice and Derek are actually already there at the exact same place, and they're having dinner. So immediately, Ashley is now in her feelings, feeling some kind of way about it. And then Danny fucking shows up. And Danny turns it into a whole situation. So let's start at the beginning. How did we? I'm gonna give the writers kudos for this. I did not see the Derek Shanice coming. I didn't see that coming. But I'm here for it. I'm actually here for it because I like Shanice, and I definitely wanted to see them incorporate her in a bigger role. So I'm definitely here for it. I still need. Is it me, or did it seem like Derek did a better acting job with Shanice than he did with Ashley?
I don't pay Derek no attention.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
I don't pay Derek any attention. But I mean, it was. Let me see. I paid attention to half of a scene, and I don't know if it was the scene at the hospital or if it was the one at Orphic Jeans. One of them two scenes I kind of paid attention to, but his acting was decent. But I went other than seeing Derek, I was like, oh fuck. It was like here's Derek and Ashley. Yay, the two people that I don't care about the most. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I definitely do want to see more of Shanice. If we got to see more of Shanice through Derek, then okay, I'm cool with it. If we have to.
Right. Kenya said the blogs are saying that Derek had more swag with the black girl. He definitely had more. I ain't gonna say swag, but his acting was definitely better in those scenes with Shanice. To me,
Yeah.
they were. I mean, maybe because again, I'm like you. I don't pay no whole lot of attention to Derek, but it definitely seemed like his acting was better with Shanice. That's what it seemed like to me.
Oh yes, V Spencer. Shanice said, "You ain't never saw Shanice in them scrubs." Shanice got body.
Hmm. Yeah. So I was here for it. And of course, Ashley immediately gets jealous, and
Oh,
Andre is being Andre or whatever. Um, then Danny comes in and acts an entire fool. Y'all, I don't mean no harm, but you would have to be a total idiot to not have picked up on what was going on between Danny and Andre. Like Ashley, girl,
and
you're
that's
not that stupid.
Ashley. And that's Ashley. Because that's exactly what I wrote in my notes. I was like, they're literally talking about themselves in front of Ashley, and Ashley is oblivious. She just sitting there like a dumb deer in the headlights. I'm like, bitch,
Because
can you
she's
not?
so busy worried about Derek and Shanice.
Because I'm like, girl, you don't hear these. Listen to what they're saying. They're saying it without actually saying.
Child,
And
they was
then
saying it. They was saying it.
they were
And
saying it, and then
the
it
damn
even got
Danny.
worse. It even got worse when she went to the bathroom and not Ash, but Danny literally mentioned a nurse, and she was like, "Are we talking about nurses now?" I said, "Bitch, she's talking about you."
Girl, I was like, so that whole scene. If I'm being honest, I fast forwarded through a lot of that because it just got on my nerves after a certain point. I was like, okay, we get it, and it just got on my nerves, and I was like, and of course we find out Andre goes to confront Danny later on in the week, and they end up sleeping together. Like,
Mhm.
surprise, surprise, it's like.
Right. If I'm gonna make a note to the writers or writers, directors, anybody, can y'all please figure out what accent y'all want Pamela to have? Because
Right, because what is Pamela doing? What
because
what
I
is
heard it this
Pamela doing?
I heard Pamela this week. I was literally listening to it when Pamela was talking to Danny about Danny modeling, and I heard that accent. She kept it for a few minutes, but then it went away, and then it came back. I was like, wait a minute, did the accent go away? And then I was like, what kind of accent is this?
And I don't feel like she had that little accent in the first couple of episodes that we saw her. Like, I don't even remember hearing that accent. Like, what is that? And it's annoying as hell.
It really is, and I love her.
I love her too, but that accent is annoying. Like, I don't know where it's coming from, and I don't know why. It's like, why are you doing this?
It
It's
has
transatlantic, child.
it's horrible. God, I hate that accent. Mm-mm.
I don't know. Anything else dealing with this? Where do you think this storyline is going with the Andre, Danny, Ashley, Shanice, Derek? I mean, we know we don't care,
So
but where do you think
we
it's
don't
going?
care. I first see Ashley finally putting the clues together that Danny and Andre are involved with each other, and then I feel like she's going to get jealous. It's going to be a whole shit show with that. That's what's going to happen with Ashley, and she's going to even get even more jealous the closer that Shanice and Derek get to each other. So Ashley's going to be on the outside looking in at everybody's relationship, and she's going to be pissed. Do I care? No, it's Ashley.
Yeah, I really don't care. I don't care. Um, all right, so let's go back to the um the Chelsea girlfriend situation.
Mhm.
So I I guess where I'm coming from is I feel like, and I understand what you're saying. Okay, she's a Dupree. There is a lot of intimidation in that.
Mhm.
Xavier said that's like dating one of Martin Luther King's kids. Like I
Correct.
understand that, but what I guess what I'm looking at from the point of view of, do you know how self-assured and confident you have to be as a Black woman to be a neurosurgeon? And I
Mhm.
feel like, again, I feel like in that very first scene where we saw her curve Chelsea when they were down in Uptown and Chelsea flirted with her and she kind of left Chelsea hanging. I feel
Mhm.
like we're not getting that person anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like Because my thing is, how do you not? You knew who Chelsea was because you said you were a fan. You knew
True.
who Chelsea was, so you knew who her family was from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Anyway, it just, and I feel like, again, I don't like this whole love triangle thing, because I agree with what you said, Kevin. It's old girl is definitely giving single white female to me.
Oh,
I'm just
absolutely.
not. She's definitely giving, like, it's something is not right with that whole situation. And Chelsea, you've told her no. You've been very clear, and here she at the end of Friday's episode, she done popped up again. Girl, go somewhere. Go
Please.
on somewhere.
Bye.
Yeah, yeah. Don't trust Madison. She wants to talk about her, just Chelsea. Oh, she never wants to talk about her, just Chelsea. Well, y'all know what I tell y'all. Whenever there's a soap opera, whenever there's a soap opera character that doesn't have a family, I always have a question mark there. Like, and I know why the writers do that a lot of times. They do that so they leave the door open for them to create something later on. If we don't give her a family, we can make her whoever we want her to be later. Rather than pigeonholing her into, oh, well, we said that her mother was an actress and her father, died. You know what I mean? But because that leaves the door open for them to turn her into whoever they want her to be, it gives me pause. It definitely gives me pause, and I don't trust. I told y'all this thing moved way too fast for me. I don't trust none of this. And I understand what y'all are saying, that's how the lesbians move. I know, but the whole thing just moved too fast for me. I don't like none of it. Okay. The storyline, my thing is, where's her husband? The storyline would be better if the husband was stalking Chelsea. Now if the husband had popped up, I definitely would be like, oh shit. But right, we ain't seen that man. We have not seen that man.
It's just Allison, and Allison is irking my spirit. Because when they were leaving that, I said, fuck, here go Allison.
So okay, so there's that. Where do we want to go next? Hold on, let me look at my notes. Okay. Are we gonna come? Do we want to get into the Randy, Joey, Vanessa, Doug of it all now? Or do we want to get into that one?
I feel like we should hold that one kind of towards the end, since it ties up Katie and them.
Okay, we can hold that one, because that's why I said that was like one of the major storylines. Let's talk about June getting beat up again. I feel like whatever y'all gonna do with June, let's go ahead and do it. Like, they done stole her stuff, they done beat her up. Y'all tried to get her in to a place she don't want it. Clearly, it's something with these kids. Now, I already told y'all who I think those kids are, but at this point, let's go.
It's something, I don't know what it is with June. I know everybody feels that Tyrell and Samantha are her kids, and I can see that. But if the thing that I have a question with is, because remember, Naomi called this week. Naomi called, and it was a number on that picture. Naomi called that number. Mm-hmm. Somebody answered it and hung up. And I think if it would be Samantha or Tyrell, she would have their number saved on her phone as either Tyrell or Samantha.
She wouldn't know their number if they got taken from her. She wouldn't know their number.
No, I'm not talking about June. I'm talking about whoever Naomi called. Because Naomi called somebody and they hung up in her face when she said,
right, when she said the name June.
Yeah, they hung up. So I don't think it's but I mean, I'm not saying that, I get where everybody's, saying that.
No, I understand what yeah.
But I just think it was weird that the person hung up in her face. I don't think her cousins would hang up in her face.
They would if she was a crackhead and she had burned all those bridges. I mean, the family would hang up if she was somebody that had burned all of her bridges with the family.
Mm-hmm. But I'm ready for them to wrap that one. That is a storyline that I'm kind of ready for it to wrap up, to find out who June is, where June comes from.
I don't think they're going to. I agree. I'm ready for them to wrap it up, but I don't think they're going to wrap that up until they finish whatever this is with Martin, Smitty. Like, I don't think we're going to find. I don't think the June thing is going anywhere until they finish this up, because I think that'll just be too much at one time.
It was so random that they brought June in this week. I was like, wait a minute, I don't even really think about June.
It was so random. I agree. I
And then
agree.
she still won't, like, my problem with June is she still wants to be homeless. Why? Which I know some homeless people do choose. They do have that stance. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no. But it's something deep. It's something deeper with June's storyline that we just. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's definitely something deeper with her storyline. That I oftentimes wonder if maybe she has amnesia, like she doesn't remember. Like, people will block out things, traumatic events in their lives. So I'm wondering if maybe she done blocked out something in her life.
I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, again, it may not be she may not be the kid's mama. Maybe that's too obvious. I don't know, but I'm gonna hold on to it until they give me
Yeah.
something different. um, Xavier said, I thought Naomi was a lawyer. She's not a social worker. She shouldn't be concerned with June. But everybody's not the same type of lawyer. She does that type of law. She's that type of a lawyer, and I don't think this is the first time she's gotten involved with her clients, which is
I
part
don't.
of the reason why I think her husband called her to begin with when June came in there. I think that's why he called her, because that's the type of law that she does. So I don't think this is unusual for Naomi, or at least the type of law she wanted to do. Remember, she said that's why she didn't go work for her father. That's why she did her own thing, because she didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to do the type of law that he did. So I don't know.
And it's,
I just think, I mean, listen, people could say I'm a teacher, not a social worker, but I promise you I do social work. I promise you I do.
Cause it's like when Chelsea was saying when she went to go see Bill, she was like, "You go to Bill for a certain. You go to because remember, Haley was like, why didn't you go to Naomi?" She was like, "Well, when you want certain things done a certain way, you go to Bill and not to Naomi." So
Thank you,
Naomi,
Kevin. I'm glad. Thank you. I don't like to hear that type of stuff.
so
Right,
Naomi is
right.
probably
They
above.
know who to go to for certain types of things. Right.
Mm-hmm. Naomi is about a book and probably goes above and beyond for her clients.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all, let's not forget
Mm-hmm.
she got June into she tried to get June into that hotel that Martin helped her get. What lawyer? What I mean, I'm not saying that no lawyer wouldn't do that, but you have to really care about people in order to do that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. All right. We talked about that. Ashley, Andre, Danny, Shanice, Derek. We talked about that. Um, let's talk. Okay, let's go ahead and get this out the way. The Haley, Danny, Bill of it all. Haley is really, 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 really playing up the Danny almost made me lose my baby storyline. Um
Mm,
and Bill, even though last week Bill was all being nostalgic and apologetic and all of that, he back on that bullshit. But
mm-hmm.
is it me, or does it feel like he don't mean it as much as he did at first? Like,
Mm.
he's still going through the motions with Danny, but it seemed like he ain't giving Danny as much as he was giving her.
He not, and it's to pacify Haley. That's
Mm-hmm.
all Bill does is pacify. I'm trying not to call Haley out her name this week, but that's all he does to pacify Haley. Because when Danny came over there, she came over there in peace, which I probably me personally, I wouldn't have took that sweet potato pie from Danny, but she came over there in peace, and then Haley wants to go in, and it's like she was like, I came over here, because just want to make sure that you and the baby were good. And then Haley was like, well, I almost lost my baby because of you. No. You're not going to sit there and put that on Danny. You went to Danny's house because you were insecure when you realized Bill was over there. You did that to
You were
yourself.
jealous. You was worried about what your man was, and you were jealous. Absolutely.
So you caused that stress to yourself. That's all I
Oh,
can.
Z Spencer.
The second part is definitely what was about to call her. Because y'all know I can't stand Haley. And
Um,
it's the smug, arrogant look on her face when it comes to Danny. I'm like, oh, if Ashley, if you're gonna be good for anything, I know because of that goddamn Hippocratic oath and shit that y'all people take in the medical industry, that you can't reveal somebody's medical information, but somehow, some way, blow that bitch out the water.
oh, it's gonna come out. Again, one, because Haley is sloppy. Because again, you lying about ultrasounds and you showing him pictures of an ultrasound that you never had. Like it's sloppy. I feel like Ashley is going to say something. I feel like she'll probably tell Chelsea at some point. I mean, when she get done worrying about what Derek and Shanisa doing over in the corner. But I do feel like she'll tell somebody because technically, I mean, I don't know. Don't give me the line about the Hippocratic oath. I mean about HIPAA. But I don't know. But I do think she's going. I think she's going to saying something because you saw the look she gave Haley when Haley came in that hospital talking about she was there for her doctor's appointment and the ultrasound. And yes, after my ultrasound showing my nice healthy baby, and I'm like, and baby Ashley looked at her like, bitch, what? what healthy baby you talking about?
I was like, Ashley, if you don't say something to this line helper, but she didn't, because I would have said, what baby? And she would have been like, what do you mean? I would have said, bitch, I know you didn't do an ultrasound. It's not in your file.
I think somewhere along the line, Ashley, maybe they'll Ashley will finally do something that I care about. Because somewhere along the line, I do think Ashley, but I think she's going to tell Chelsea.
But here's my thing. Bill, like
I mean, not Chelsea, Naomi.
Like, Bill, you have two grown ass daughters. Now I get it. Haley lied to you last week and said that she was going to email you the ultrasound. Okay, but you still ain't worried about, like, you still ain't thinking nothing about this ultrasound at this point? Like, the girl is saying she's pregnant. What have you saw to prove to you that she's pregnant? Besides her saying it.
Right.
I want to know what her angle is. Like, I really want to know what her angle is with this. Because you can only fake it for so long unless she gonna put, a pillow, like when she gets to the point where she's supposed to start showing, unless Haley gonna put a pillow up under her stomach or buy one of them prosthetic bellies. What the fuck is she gonna do?
I really think, and I don't know why she didn't do it the last time with Danny, but I really think she's gonna fake a miscarriage and she's gonna try to put it on Danny. I really do. Because I feel like that's why she keeps bringing it up and bringing it up. But I don't know.
Oh, she's definitely gonna fake a miscarriage.
But like I said at the beginning of this, the thing about faking a pregnancy is at a certain point, you got to do something about it. Like you can't, and especially with her being as little as she is, she don't have but about 2-3 months for that lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She don't have but about 2 or 3 months for that lie before she got to do something about it. Now, she kind of got Danny off her back a little bit because Danny was kind of like, oh, shit, maybe she really was pregnant. So she bought herself a little bit of time with Danny, but at the end of the day, she's going to do something.
She on borrowed time.
She's definitely on borrowed time. She is definitely on borrowed time. She's gonna have a miscarriage and use it to gut Bill. I lost my baby because of you. Ooh. You think she gonna put it on Bill, y'all? I keep telling y'all, it's definitely something with Haley that we just I don't know what it is, but Haley got some shit with her. Speaking of Haley, let's go ahead and talk about Haley and Leslie. Now listen, baby, the way that Leslie clocked Haley's tea in that conversation, I was here for all of that. When Haley was like, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody, I just fell in love. She was like, you wasn't trying to hurt anybody, yet you buy a house in the same community as your as the family that you didn't want to hurt. You insisted on having your wedding at the country club that they feel like they own. When she clocked Haley's tea and called out all the things that Haley did, I said, "Ooh."
I was
clocked it, because baby, I was like, now Leslie, I'm with you when you're right.
Right? I couldn't even be mad at her. I was like, you know what? Call that little bitch out. Call her out.
Right. I am with you when you're right, Leslie.
Because she was sitting there trying to say, I'm nothing like you. You sure about that? Because y'all one and the same. at least with this one, she's at least with Sherry, Dana, Leslie, Anna, and Lulu. At least this delusional heifer can admit what she done.
Oh yeah, she owns her
Minus,
shit.
minus Laura. Everything else, she's owned up to it. You can't own up to nothing. You want to see, and that's the thing with. That's what I will say. I love that Leslie doesn't play victim, whereas Haley does. And Leslie just had to slap her down, like, "Nah, bitch, you ain't the victim." Because she's like, "I was friends with the Duprees. They were my family. They were your family, but you took Danny's husband." I said, "Yes, we fell in
Baby, that
love."
conversation, I was here for it. Now, why do you think Leslie approached her? Do you think Leslie felt like we're both outcasts and maybe we can work together?
Yeah, I think I honestly believed her in that particular moment that that's what it was. That she's like, okay, at least she would have an ally since they both have issues with the Dupree family. I think in her weird, warped mind, she felt like her and Haley could be allies to each other. Why? I don't know.
And I
'Cause
think
Haley,
that she's going to circle back around.
oh, she probably is.
I think Haley's definitely going to circle back around. That's what I think. Okay, let's see here. Well, because we're gonna listen. If y'all are waiting for us to get to the whole Randy, we're gonna get to the Randy Martin. We're gonna get to all of that. We're gonna get to all of that. But that's gonna be the last thing we talk about because that was the majority of the week. But let's get to the okay. We have a few more of these small storylines to go ahead and kind of get out the way.
I know when you might want to get to this.
Eva,
I know I'm just about to say that's the one.
Yeah, Eva and Kat. Since we're talking about Leslie, let's go ahead and get into the Eva and Kat, and then we'll talk about how Danny almost choked the shit out of Leslie in that damn restaurant. But Eva and Kat. So I must say I was wrong, y'all. This is the one I said I have to say I was wrong about. Mm-hmm. I said that I did not think that Kat would purposely sabotage her dad's business just to get at Eva, and I was wrong. She is absolutely risking her father's business just to get at Eva. And Kat, girl, it's not that deep. Like, you're going to put your dad's business in jeopardy. But maybe there's a part of her that's still mad at her father, too.
True.
So how you feel about that whole situation?
I mean, I knew Kat was up to no good. I figured it, but I'm like, I was with you. I didn't think Kat would go so low with her father's business to do that. But then I started thinking, I'm like, Kat would do that. Because, I mean, Kat hates Eva. I really, at this point, I kind of want Kat to just let it go. Like Elsa, just let it go, Kat. Do I care for Eva? No. I don't care for Eva. But damn, to set her up like that, and then you talking shit about her, I'm like, okay, Kat. I wasn't shocked, but I I said, I just didn't think that Kat would do it to Ted. And this may be a little bit of residual get back, like, okay, you want to replace me with her? Well, she can't do the job as good as I can, and I'm not gonna. And I knew Kat wasn't really gonna teach Eva how to do the job.
Yeah.
I knew she wasn't gonna do that. I figured that was too good to be true. I was like, for Kat to have such a disdain for this girl, for her to be so nice to her, I'm like, something ain't right with this.
Like I said, I definitely didn't think that she was being genuine. I didn't believe that, but I guess I just did not feel like she would put her father's business in jeopardy that way. I really didn't. What do you think Eva's next move is? Because I understand why Eva didn't bust in there, because it's going to be her word against Kat's. And I mean, Kat literally had been running that business. So I can understand why, she would feel like, if it's my word against Kat's, I'm, I have no proof. And she's been doing this. I'm the one. It makes sense that I'm the one that made the mistake. So I understand why she didn't bust up in there. But what do you think? Because Eva is very calculating. What do you think her next move is? I'll tell you what I think it is, but you tell me what you think her next move is. That's what I was just getting ready to say. It's Tomas. She gonna get Tomas.
Yeah.
She's gonna get Tomas, and even if she don't really get Tomas, she gonna make Kat think she got Tomas.
She gonna drive a wedge between Kat and Tomas.
Yep,
It's already
sure
there with
is.
him not sleeping with her. It's already
Yeah,
there.
she already, and I can understand. Like, I understand her feeling some kind of way about. Like, it's like, wait a minute, what? Like, I'm literally throwing myself at you, and you're like, no. So yeah, it'll be easy to do, but I definitely think that that's how she's gonna get Kat back.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Tomas. Why didn't Eva record Kat? I don't know what. Remember when Eva went over to the computer and did something at the computer and then came back over to Kat? I'm wondering if she did something on the computer that made it record. I don't know. But she did something at the computer. And I don't know. But I definitely understood why she didn't bust up in there because again, it's her word against Kat's. And in that situation, I can understand Ted would believe Kat over Eva in that situation. Because you're literally learning the system. You've been telling me how you don't know what you're doing. Like you've given me all the reasons to think that you would fuck it up. You know what I mean? Kat and Nicole are alike. So is Eva and Danny. See, I like Nicole. I know I saw somebody in the chat say they feel like Nicole is stuck up. I don't think Nicole is stuck up. I really do like Nicole. I don't feel like she's stuck up at all. I feel like
Nicole
she's
has
confident. I feel like she knows who the fuck she is, but I don't feel like
she.
she's stuck up. But I could be wrong. I mean,
I don't know if I think she's stuck. Oh, do I think Nicole is stuck up? I don't think she is, but I know last week, the week before, she did piss me off because she was just
doing
in
too
her
much.
feelings. Yeah.
Yeah, she was pissing me off last week too. Like that whole her being mad at the world and all that. Like, girl, listen, I need you to figure it out. Like, I get it, I understand, but but everybody ain't your enemy. Everybody is not the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Lock Queen said Nicole's a goody two shoes. Now I can go with that. I do think
That I
Nicole act
can
like
too.
I do feel like Nicole act like everybody makes mistakes except for her. Like I could give you that. I can go with you on that one. Lord, Corey really don't like that new Ted. She been talking about the new Ted since he got there. Corey don't like him. Harold, I agree with you. I think Tomas is a creep. I don't think Tomas is good for either one of them, to be honest with you. It's something about Tomas that we've been saying that from the beginning. It's something about Tomas that still make me feel. I don't know. It's something about Tomas, y'all. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one, Harold. I'm definitely with you on the Tomas thing.
Yeah, Tomas ain't for me.
Yeah, Tomas. Something about him, y'all. Something about Tomas that
He works for Bill.
All right. Leslie and Dane. I mean, speaking of Nicole, see how y'all we going straight into these next storylines. Leslie and Nicole. Listen. First of all, when I was listening to that conversation at the beginning of that conversation, Xavier said he thinks Tomas got a whole family in Puerto Rico. Lord,
Not a whole family.
listen. How was Goody Two Shoes different from Stuck Up? I think it's different. I don't feel like somebody that's a Goody Two Shoes is the same as Stuck Up to me. So, okay, let me tell you. Are you asking how do I think it's different? Somebody who is stuck up thinks they're better than somebody else. Thinks that has their nose in the sky, like you're beneath me. Somebody that's a Goody Two Shoes, I think they just think that it's just like, well, I don't make mistakes. I'm perfect. I do everything right. To me, that's not the same as somebody who's stuck up. And sometimes even people who are stuck up sort of are stank to me, like have a stank attitude. I don't think people who are Goody Two Shoes. I don't think I work with. Let me say this. I work with somebody who I feel like is a Goody Two Shoes. Right? She thinks she's got it all figured out. She thinks she's the best teacher in the world. You can't tell her shit. She been there and done there. She got all the answers, and she really don't know shit. She really not as good of a teacher as she thinks she is. But she's not stuck up. She'll give you the shirt off of her back. She's really a sweet person. She just thinks she's knows. She's just a know-it-all.
She knows it all.
To me, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Shoes, I think of it when a Goody Two Shoes. You think of somebody who Jacob is a Goody Two Shoes. Like he does everything by the book. He's about the book person.
Yes.
Whereas a stuck up person is all about they think they shit don't stink. They're above everybody. They're better than people. So that's the
to me it is.
And Nicole is not Nicole is not stuck up because I mean, look at how she treated Eva when Eva first came in. That's not a stuck up person. Nicole is a goody two shoes. That's why she's so upset with everybody because she feels that she wouldn't do the things that like what Ted lying to her, Danny lying to her. I'm using air quotes because Danny really didn't lie to you. She just didn't tell you that she was sleeping with.
No, she lied to her because she asked Danny, "What's up with you and Andre?" And Danny lied. She did lie to her.
About a technicality.
But that's a lie. Listen, a lie don't care who tell it. A lie is a lie.
It's still a lie, but I mean, but it's nowhere near. It's not to the severity of what Ted did.
And no, it's definitely not on the level of what Ted did. No,
and she's
and at the end of the day, Danny didn't necessarily owe her the truth. I mean, she did because she's her sister, But yeah, right. Somebody said in the chat, Kat is stuck up. Right. To me, Kat is stuck up because Kat definitely thinks she's better than. She thinks she's better than everybody, but like the things that she said about Eva, even before she knew the whole thing about Emma, she knew it was something she didn't like. But she just thinks she's better than. You know what I mean? Like to me, that is stuck up. But she's also a goody two shoes too, because Kat definitely thinks she know how to do everything better than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. You have to do a story time about this teacher really be, and also a story time about you teaching in summer school. Lauren always telling me story times. You know what? Lauren, weren't you the one to tell me I had to do my story time about the time I went to jail? Was that you? I've already done that story time on my members only, but I have a lot of new members and that stuff is old. Okay, Lauren, thank you, because those are two really good story times to tell. Those two, and actually, and somebody, I wrote it down because somebody was like, I need to do a story time on the time I went to jail. I need to. Look at Harold. Harold said jail. Yes, honey, jail. All right, I'm going to do a story time on that. But in the beginning of that conversation, I was like, Nicole, you are talking too fucking much. Why are you sitting here telling Leslie all of the evidence that they have against Leslie? Why are you as bad as your damn daughter? Why are you sitting here talking about, we've got the motorcycle helmet, we've got the gloves, we've got a video of you coming out of Laura's room. We know this, we know that. Girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere and shut the hell up. Even though Leslie knows a lot of this already, I was like, Nicole, because now what you let Leslie know is that you're in on it. Because see, Leslie just thought it was Kat out here acting a fool. Now she knows that you and Kat are working together. You know what I mean? Like, why are you giving this woman all this information?
I agree. I mean, what had me laughing is the fact that lady, that woman is crazy as hell because she sat there and said, okay, Nicole, I'm going to confess. I said, girl, what are you about to confess? That you obsessed with me. I said, bitch, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Baby, I love how she started talking about how she knows how to turn Ted on and talking about the lingerie and stuff. And Nicole got up and was like, I don't need to hear this. She said, oh, no. You wanted me to confess everything a minute ago. Well, I'm telling it. I said, oh, Leslie, listen, Leslie was giving it to them this week.
She was. But when that lady said, I want to confess to you that it's something going on up here. I was like, lady, no, it's something going on up there with you.
Like, yeah, you crazy as a bed bug.
But I couldn't do nothing but laugh at her. And then when Nicole just choked that bitch.
Baby, I was here for it, though. I was here for it.
When that lady when Leslie fell back on that man in the background.
Yes.
I couldn't do nothing but laugh.
Baby, that was classic. And didn't I just get finished saying that last week? I said I want some Alexis Carrington, Crystal, the Dominique Devereaux, because them women stayed fighting. I was just saying that. Baby, I was so here for it. I agree, V Spencer. Nicole let it go on way too long because Nicole should have been clocked that bitch.
The lady said, oh shit. when that bitch grabbed her chest and she was like, she attacked me, and then she drank the water. I said, what is going on with this lady? And then when
Baby
she asked,
Leslie. She said she tried to kill me.
yes, it was that white man. It was really, I'm sorry, but that white man had me hollering because
Oh
his
gosh.
expressions. I don't
He
know
was
what
mad as hell. He was just trying to eat his pancakes, okay? He was just trying to get his breakfast.
that shit had me laughing. But when that lady said she wanted to confess to Nicole, I was like, what are you gonna confess? That you're obsessed with. And then what really took the cake was when Ted came in there. Now, Nicole, why are you mad at Ted? Like, Ted just came in here. Now, granted, I get it. You mad at her because she telling you she got a blue outfit that got Ted's DNA all over it. And I was like,
Right. A la Monica Lewinsky, child.
yeah. I was like, okay, that's a little bit excessive, but okay. And then, but I'm like, you knew he had an affair with her now, so what are you mad at him for? And then when Leslie said, well, I need to ride home, he said, come on. I said, whoa, Ted, whoa, pump the brakes. Why are we doing that?
Right. Ted, what are you doing? See, that's what I'm saying. Ted is going to make it easier for people to not forgive him because that is just like, that was just unnecessary and stupid. Like, why are you doing that?
But that thing was so funny to me. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. Like, I mean, I give Leslie, I give it to her when I need to give it to her, but this episode I couldn't give it to her because she had me hollering. But I was
Maybe
thinking
that
to
thing
myself,
was funny.
I'm like, I would if I wish Ted would have asked, how the fuck did you get here? Instead of saying, come on.
The sip of water took you out. Baby, that thing, listen, when I tell you that thing was funny to me.
It was hilarious.
That thing was funny to me.
I wonder how many takes they have to do with her. They have to do multiple takes with this one. Cause I would break character every scene. If I had to do a scene,
too.
I would break character. It would be an SNL episode because I'd be like, y'all know, if I see my script and it says you're filming with Leslie today, I'm like, are you serious? I love you, but are y'all serious? Y'all know we're gonna be here all day with this scene, right? Because she gonna say something and do something that's gonna make y'all say, cut.
Hilarious to me. Hilarious.
I
agree with the thing. I think divorce is coming because honestly, if we go back to the beginning, the Nicole Ted, you're so perfect. I love you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's on a soap opera. That's never going to work. I mean, even the best relationships on soap operas had their hiccups. Remember what was All My Children, the doctor that was married to Tad's mom? He even had an affair at one point in time. Like they can't keep these people perfect forever. So I kind of thought that Ted and Nicole, I could see a roll back, but as long as Leslie is around playing games, baby, this gonna be a long road. It's gonna be a long road.
It's gonna be a long ass road, especially with her still in town. She ain't gonna make it easy. Because anytime Nicole feels like she can get back to where she was with Ted, crazy lady over here gonna rear her head and be like, this why I can't come back to you because this crazy bitch. Like, how did you sleep with her? When she told Nicole, I see why Ted had an affair. I said, oh wow, you really
baby, when she started talking, and let me tell you something else she said. When she started talking about how Nicole was taking fertility drugs and stuff, that lets you know, like, if I'm Nicole, what I'm thinking in my head is this was not just sex. They really talked. He really talked to this woman because she know all my business.
And that would have been the point where I slapped the hoe.
Not when I slapped the hoe, though.
That would have been when I slapped her ass.
Not I would have slapped the hoe.
Yep. That would have been it. Fuck you talking about your Monica Lewinsky dress. You know my
baby, when she said I got that blue dress in the closet full of his DNA, I said she did not take this to Monica Lewinsky.
I love that the writers do that stuff, like incorporate pop culture because they did it with Anita. Them, I was like, y'all mentioned Beyonce. Did she tell y'all could say her name?
Not did she tell y'all she could say her name? Oh my.
Because most people don't mention Beyonce.
Child, was she not Beetlejuice? Beyonce.
Well, soap operas don't. And I like that about Beyonce because most soap operas don't mention real life people. They make up fake names and stuff.
Right.
So that's one thing I love about Beyond Gates is
hey Craig, hey Boo.
They actually mention real people. But I was like, oh, Beyonce.
Yeah, they do.
I was like, okay, Beyonce. Black Queen says, where's Carlton's fine as he is over there on Divorced Sisters being a pain in my ass.
Where's what?
Carlton, the doctor, Nicole and Ted's friend.
Oh. Okay, don't talk about Divorced Sisters. I'm going to get caught up this weekend. That is my plan. When I get off of here, I'm going to go hang out with my parents for a couple of hours. And when I get back home, my plan is it's going to be Divorced Sisters. So
Lauren, I rebuke that comment.
Not they need to bring top. Now, Lauren, go sit down somewhere.
Lauren,
go to the corner. Go to the corner.
I rebuke that. He might spice it up a little bit, but not that much. We don't need his repetitiveness.
No, right. We need to cut out some of this extra dialogue, but we don't need his dialogue. No, ma'am. Mm-hmm. No, ma'am. Okay, right. Okay, so that was pretty much that. I think we kind of already said where we think that's going. Ted, I can honestly see Ted sleeping with Leslie again, honestly. Yeah. Because I think that Nicole is going to drag this shit out. I really do.
Yeah, the longer that she pushes him away and this nutcase is right there, willing and able, it might happen.
Oh, no. Theory. Madison is Barbara's granddaughter. That's why she kept asking so much about Anita. Oh, and Anita wasn't at the family meet and greet for Madison, so they've not met. Oh. Because remember what they said when they revealed the story about Barbara. That article that you were talking about, JB, when it said that Anita's revelation, it was going to connect back to Kat and Chelsea. Was it Kat and Chelsea?
Yeah, it was both of them.
That might be the connection.
Because we still ain't got that.
We still ain't figured out how the connection is. Because remember, I thought that Haley was Barbara's granddaughter. But now that is Lisa. That's a good one. Because now that's the connection to Chelsea and I mean, I guess maybe she's going to sabotage. Maybe she's going to sabotage Chelsea's business. Because did you see where she was asking where she said she ruined her brand new purse and she was like, but luckily I know somebody that can give me one of her originals. And she was like, yeah, I can get. I'm wondering if she's going to come for Chelsea and Kat's business. Oh, that's a good one, Lisa.
Because they are getting sued by somebody.
Right. They are getting sued. Ooh, that is Lisa, you get the gold star this week because, baby, that's good. Ooh, that's good. Oh, I like that. Because let me tell you something else. Somebody from Barbara's family is going to show up at this concert. Either the manager, either Dante is going to show up at this concert, or somebody from Barbara's family is going to show up at this concert. One of the two.
And I want maybe them to snatch his wig.
I think.
I just want them to snatch Sharon's fucking wig. I can't stand Sharon. I'm sorry. It's something about Sharon I don't like. That lady gets on my nerves. She is so entitled.
Oh Lord, that's funny to me.
When I saw Sharon,
that's a good one though. Lisa Mack, I like that. That's a
What is it
good
looking?
theory. That's a good theory. We're gonna put that on our bingo card because that's a good one. Sharon does have a stank attitude. Okay, so let's go ahead. Since we there, let's talk about the articulate. Since we there, let me say this, you guys. I agree that Sharon has a stank attitude, but I also understand where they were coming from with this argument that they had. I understand where they were coming from with this argument. Um, but I don't think it's as callous as they're trying to make it out to be, but I understand why they feel the way that they feel. I
I
feel
feel
like, go ahead.
I feel like they're looking for an issue where there is no. I get what Anita was saying. Like these moves are old as hell, and when it comes down to anything, you don't want to do the same thing that you're always used to. That's what she was trying to say. Like, look at Beyonce. Beyonce tells a story and she doesn't do the same with her concerts. No one concert is the same. So why would we be doing moves from 20, 30 years ago? Let's spice it up a little bit. But then Sharon got to get in her fucking feelings. It's like, Sharon, shut up. I just want Sharon to shut up.
And I also think that, and I love how Anita was like, well, you know what, fuck it, because I feel like Anita can't win. I
Mm-mm.
feel like they just want to beat up on her, and she was like, I'm not like y'all. I'm not doing that. Like I'm not gonna be y'all punching bag. Like I get it. You're right. I did y'all dirty. I got it. I got it. And I'm apologizing. It ain't shit more I can do but apologize and try to make right. Baby, Anita said, look, y'all can go ahead and do this damn concert, but y'all gonna do it without me. Get the fuck out my suite. And I
Mm-hmm.
love how she said suite. She didn't say hotel room. She said get out my suite.
Yes. Because they always
I would
want.
say this. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep cutting
The
you off. I'm sorry.
no, the thing is, they always want. I feel like anytime Anita even makes a small suggestion to Sharon, and if you notice, it's always Sharon who has the issue first. Then Tracy comes behind and backs up what Sharon says, and I'm like, Sharon, it's obvious you don't feel that way. You only going along with it because it's what Sharon said. And y'all, it's like a way for y'all to stick it to Anita. Like, you left us long, you left us, yeah, we left Barbara, but then it was the three of us. Then Dante broke us up, and you went solo. You the EGOT. We're not. So, since you got everything, let's just stick it to you. And it's like, I'm with Anita. How many more times am I gonna be the punching bag? Yes, I've done wrong, but everything is not on me.
Nope. And and not to go. I mean, it's a storyline on a soap opera, but I remember when New Edition was booked to do Essence Fest,
Mm-hmm.
and that was before they had really worked out all of their problems. And I remember because I follow Ronnie DeVoe, and I remember him saying on his Instagram, I mean on his Twitter or whatever, that they were going to counseling. They went to TD Jakes
Okay.
even before they started rehearsing for Essence, before they started doing anything. They agreed to do Essence, but before they got into anything with Essence, they went to TD Jakes as a group, all of them, and they worked. And they didn't just go to one session. They were with TD Jakes for like a week, every day, all day, working out their issues, really having the hard conversations. They laughed, they cried, they yelled, they cussed each other out, they walked away, they came back. He didn't, I mean, if you followed him on Twitter, he didn't give all of the details, but he was like, today was a hard day. Some feelings were hurt, some history was rehashed. Like he didn't get in, like I said, he didn't betray the confidence of the conversations, but he let it be known we're going through this process so that we can come back better and we can come to y'all. And ultimately, that started this whole renaissance of New Edition where we can have all six of them on stage at the same time. They got a whole residency in Vegas now. And again, not to go too far down the rabbit hole, but when I was watching this scene, I was like, they should have went to Ayala or something. Like, they need to do some therapy before they can get on stage and start trying to sing some songs.
True.
You know what I mean?
And I think Anita and Tracy would be fine if it wasn't Sharon. I think Sharon is the biggest problem. Sharon, and I think Sharon is upset with Anita because Sharon sees herself in Anita. Because let's be real, if the roles were reversed, I think Sharon will feel the same way Anita feels. Because if you look at Sharon, Sharon definitely thought she was that girl and she should have been, you know, the Beyonce of the group, but instead it was Anita. Sharon's
And
just kind
I think that's part of the problem with Sharon. I think Sharon feels like Anita stole her life. I think she
of,
feels like it should have been her. And
mhm.
I'll be honest, when Dante shows up, because I believe Dante is absolutely going to show up at some point. When Dante shows up, I would not be surprised to find out that either Sharon and Dante dated, or she wanted to date Dante, or something more with the Dante thing. Because I think I agree with you. I think that's part of why Sharon can't let it go, because she really feels like Anita stole what was supposed to be hers.
Right.
Not
I
Sharon in her
agree.
church usher wig.
Y'all know I can't stand Sharon.
Dante need to be a fine silver fox. I listen. All I know is when Dante shows up, Vernon, and we've been getting glimpses of the Vernon with a little bit of a bite. Baby, I think Vernon, I think it ain't gonna be nothing pretty between Dante and Vernon, but I definitely see, and like I said, I think Dante is gonna show up at this concert. Because we
I'm
know
trying.
Anita coming back, child. We know Anita gonna do the damn concert. I think that Vernon shows up at this concert. And Lisa, I am so with you on this storyline, girl.
I'm trying to see if they've cast for Dante, but I don't see that they have.
Oh, Rick Fox would be perfect as Dante, even though he's not old enough to really be Dante. But none of these people, I mean, hell, they say Vanessa 39 in real life. She clearly, I mean, they want her to be old enough to have 2 kids in college. So, but Rick Fox would be great. Oh my gosh. And he can play a good villain too. And he fine. Yes. Oh, I'm here for Rick Fox, y'all. Ayanna could have gave New Edition great therapy too. Then she could have told them to recite and say, "Pop my butt."
Like
Oh, the daddy from Greenleaf. Yes. He
that
would
was
be good too.
I can see that because he
He
does.
would be good too.
Yes, that would be good.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Dante's coming. Yeah, Dante's definitely coming. He has to. They've been talking about him way too much for us not to get the Dante version of the story. Because I bet you Dante version of the story ain't gonna be the same. Not saying it's the true version, but it ain't gonna be the same version.
Yeah.
I think Sharon was the bigger singer, but Anita could
The,
sing and had that look. Well, that's kind of like with the Supremes. Florence Ballard was the better singer, but Diana Ross was the person that Barry
the light
Gordy thought
skin.
he could market. I
Yeah,
mean, Florence
light
Ballard
skin
was the
pretty
better
girl.
singer.
Yeah. And it's
I mean, they
typically how it
literally had
is
to
in them
turn her
groups.
microphone down so she wouldn't overtake Diana Ross. They literally had to turn her microphone down. So yeah, very similar. Very similar. I think Dante and Anita had a relationship. Oh, I definitely think that, Charlene. I think I said that already. I definitely think that Dante and Anita slept together. Yeah, yep. And I think maybe Anita had a baby, which I think, or at the very least got pregnant, which I think.
I mean, that's possible because she was a young girl, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
I wonder how much older Dante is than they are, because it seemed like Dante was a little bit older than the girls were.
Yeah, I don't think he was ridiculously older, but I mean, if they were teenagers and even if he was 25, 26, Clifton Powell is always a good villain. Clifton Powell is always a good villain.
He is.
That would be a good one too. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of what happened this week. So let me just go through the characters first, and then we'll get into it. So we have Malone, Smitty, Martin, Joey, Vanessa, Doug, Randy. Who did I miss? Martin,
Kenneth.
the chief of police, and Jacob. I think I got everybody now, child. I think I got everybody.
I just heard they named that man Elon.
Child.
We can call him anything,
So
but
here's my problem. So here's where I said I'm taking the kid gloves off, and I really have to talk about writing for a second.
mm-hmm.
Explain to me why so many conversations took place in an open setting in a fucking police station. Can we talk about that? We're talking about police corruption. We're talking about cover-ups with a congressman, the chief of police, a gangster. Why are we having these conversations in the middle of a police station? Then when the chief of police was finally like, let me talk to you, Jacob. Why you ain't taking me in your office? I know the chief of police got a fucking office.
He do.
Like, come on now.
So
let's start from the beginning. At the beginning of the week, we find out that Smitty, his publisher, has been told, or editor, whoever, has been told to back up off the story. And Smitty was like, what are you talking about? I've got all this information. I got the bank accounts. I have this. I have that. What are you talking about? Why do I have to back up off the story? Mm-hmm. Come to find out, Vernon got the story killed. So once he finds out it was Vernon, he runs to Jacob and tells Jacob, there must really be something going on, because why is Vernon involved? Why is Vernon in this? If there's nothing here, if there's nothing to see, why the hell is Vernon still involved in this? You want me to keep going, or you got something to add?
I ain't got nothing to add to that, because I was just like, Smitty was kind of annoying me just a teensy bit in that first scene when he was talking to his editor. I was like, Smitty, it's honestly, it was overkill for me, because he was putting 20 on 10. I was like, okay, Smitty, I get that you want to crack this, but why is Vernon involved? Why is Vernon? I'm like, okay, your husband's grandfather. Is it a shock? So Smitty was kind of annoying me. Got to be honest about that.
Mm-hmm. So after that, so then we have what happened after that? So then we have, let's go over to the casino. Mr. KKK man, he walks in there to get his money. He gets his money. He's counting it. We talked about this last week. Why are you still sitting there counting your damn money? Like, exactly. Didn't Kenny Rogers tell you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run? Sir, that was a time to run. Get your money and get the fuck on. Mm-hmm. Randy comes in there. Can I ask? I think I said this last week too, so I'm sorry, but I have to bring it up again. Randy, you know what your job is, sir. You know what it is. You are an enforcer for a gangster. Why are you acting like you don't want to do your job? I kind of understood with Doug, because you and Doug were friends. Y'all have been friends since childhood. But what is the issue with getting rid of a racist? What are we doing here? Why? Like, I need to understand why Randy has a conscience all of a sudden. Because I don't understand.
Never.
Right. Like, I don't understand it. So Randy comes in there. He pulls the weapon on Mr. Racist Man, and he tells him, you got to come with me. We going for a ride. Okay, we're going for a ride. So, of course, the deal was he was supposed to unalive him. He was supposed to unalive him. Randy comes back with the money, and he acting all weird, and he's acting all, somebody saw us. I think somebody saw us. We got a problem, boss. And Joey is like, what the fuck you mean somebody saw? Like, what are you talking about? Randy leaves because he's supposed to be going on vacation. No, Doug comes in there. Sir, explain to me how the casino closed, but the door not locked. How Doug keep getting in this damn closed casino? So Doug comes in there and he's like, what's going on? Randy, what's wrong? Randy, I feel like there's something going on. Randy, tell me what's going on. Randy, what's the issue? Randy, and Joey is telling him, sir, I need you to mind your business. This don't have nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm. Why are you being so nice, Joey? Why are you being so nice, Joey? Then after they leave, Joey finds out that Randy done stole his money.
Mm-hmm.
Why did Randy give Joey the pow pow back? You think that's the right pow pow? Because his prints are all over it.
I don't know. I was so confused about it. I was confused about the gun. I was confused by the fact that his phone was in the trash can. I was like, when did he have time to throw his phone in the trash can?
And why would he do that?
And the money, I was like, so Joey, you didn't count the money. Why you didn't count the money before he left? But the gun was
So,
throwing me off because Randy come like I've been watching General Hospital for too long, and I'm so used to Sonny and Jason how they operate when it comes to eliminating somebody in any organization. Jason is Sonny's right hand man. Jason ain't got no problem. Jason been working for Sonny for over 20, maybe 30. I think actually it's been 30 years or so. Jason been working for Sonny since the 90s. Jason don't have a problem taking somebody out, but now they say Randy been working for you for years. Randy now got a conscience when it comes to a racist. Jason ain't got no. Jason has a conscience, but when it comes to taking somebody out, Jason will blast you with a heartbeat. Hell, even Sonny will blast you with a heartbeat. Hello, AJ. But Randy, like somebody saw me, boss. I was like, how the fuck did somebody see you if you say you were dumping his body? Y'all know the places to go to dump people's body, and
right. It was so weird to me. Right. That whole storyline was stupid to me. Somebody said that he was trying to get rid of the phone. I understand why, but why would you leave it there? Like he could have walked out the door and threw the phone out the damn window when he got in his car.
But
you know what I mean? Like why leave it? Right. Why leave it in the trash can and have it still cut on so when he calls, it immediately rings? Like, what the hell? Like, right, Randy is the sloppiest enforcer I've ever seen. Exactly. Like, that didn't even make no damn sense, y'all. Then, you go to the airport, you bought a ticket in your own name. Like, you had to know you have to be smarter about that. Why you don't have a burner car and you're gonna drive? Like, you could have easily driven down to Richmond and took a flight. You could have driven up to New York. Like, you could have given yourself a bigger head start had you not left the phone in your damn trash can, because Joy would have kept calling you at least for another 30, 40 minutes. Joy would have kept calling you thinking you just weren't answering your phone. But when he found the phone in the trash can, he knew what was up. Why didn't you get in your car and just fucking drive to another city and catch a flight somewhere else? And you only took $10,000. What the fuck is $10,000 gonna do? You on the run from a gangster. What is $10,000 gonna do?
I was thinking,
I was like, 10,000. You could have left that in the damn bag. What the hell is $10,000 gonna do?
At least take 30, 40, 50.
What? I mean, listen.
But 10?
You knew you wasn't going. You could have just been skimming off money at the casino. If you really had a plan in place, you could have just been skimming money off the casino because you knew that Joey was gonna check that bag. Like, you had to know you wasn't gonna get none of that money. Not for real, for real. That was just stupid. I was like, what?
Nothing with Randy made sense because I was like,
none of that storyline made sense to me. And then here come Gangsta Vanessa and Gangsta Doug right when Malone, I guess, is getting ready to unalive Randy. Here they come. Who the fuck are they?
But what really threw me with Randy was, remember, the reason Randy was supposed to leave is because somebody saw him, right?
Right.
But then he was like, but my son, either he got a son or daughter, but I think he got a son, and he was supposed to take his family with him to Disneyland, Disney World, go to California. I was like, so you gonna take but then you're taking $10,000 to go to Bali. Now I don't know how far $10,000 gonna get you in Bali. But
where's your family? Where's this family you so worried about? Are they already inbound? Are they already there? Did they already make it to Bali? Like, what? Come on, y'all. Like, that was so stupid. And then here come Vanessa, gangster ass Vanessa and Doug. When did they get the upper hand? They don't have the upper hand.
I was so confused by that. I guess
they get the upper hand? You are literally they have way more to lose than Joey. Everybody already knows Joey a criminal. Mm-hmm. They think Doug is an upstanding surgeon and Vanessa is an upstanding real estate agent selling $1 million homes. Like, when did they get the upper hand?
I guess Vanessa is a white woman.
Crazy. Well, yeah, other than her being a white woman. You're right. That whole storyline made no sense. Like, that was just stupid.
But what had me hollering was that Randy was so scared when he came back. I was like, nigga, you should have been scared when you left. You should have been scared when you were there, knowing that you didn't even take this man out.
And didn't even take the man. So you didn't even do the job that you. Can we stop? Like, why would you save him? Why? Why are you saving the racist, sir?
Where did you shoot him at? Because that man ain't.
Kenneth he got that one little bandage on the side of his face. Child.
And that's why I was like, did you graze his face?
Randy, did he even shoot him, or did he just tell him, like, did he just beat him up a little bit and say, all right, just take the money? Because he didn't keep the money. Like, I feel like he just beat him up and told him he could go. Because
Kenny looks fine, minus that band-aid on his face. I'm like, they can't be a bullet. That ain't a bullet, because I mean, unless it grazed his face. But other than that, what the fuck did you do, Randy? Like, I was wondering if he even fired that gun.
It just don't make no sense to me. Like, I'm watching this shit and I'm like, I always felt like, but ever since Randy was doing too much to try to save Doug, I was always side-eyeing him. I was like, sir, you know what your job is. And I get it that Doug is a childhood friend, but he don't want to listen. You can't save him. He ain't trying to be saved. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Like, he didn't want to do it.
But I think that's going to come back and bite them. Hell, it already came back and bit them in the ass.
So let's get into this last little situation. So Smitty and Jacob are really trying to figure this situation out. And honestly, both of them at this point, I think, suspect that Jacob, I think, suspects his dad. Smitty definitely suspects Martin is up to something, but none of them have what they need. I mean, they definitely know Malone is involved. Now, Malone came up. Here's another story, a dumb story. First of all, as a dirty cop, you don't have a better way of spending dirty money. You literally deposited $500,000 into your bank account, sir.
And cash.
That didn't alert nobody. They didn't alert nobody.
$500,000 in cash, not a check, not a money order.
That didn't. I mean, first of all, I thought the bank had to. I thought the bank had to report that kind of thing.
They do.
I thought. Right. So first of all, that didn't trigger nothing.
They don't keep that. They don't keep that amount. They don't keep that much money. Banks don't even keep that much money in there. And even to this day, they don't keep that much money in there. Because I mean, who cares? Let's be real. If this was the 90s or the 2000s, maybe I can understand that. But even still, they would still have to, verify where this money come from. Make sure you didn't rob another bank.
My credit union, that's where I have my major savings. Like, that's where my real, like, when I need something big, that's where I have to go. Because I don't keep it in my regular account because it's too easy for me to, like, oh, let me get $10, let me get $20. So and I don't even keep my debit card to my credit union because I don't want to be tempted to just take money out, right? So when I need to take out more than a certain amount, I have to call them ahead of time and tell them I'm coming and I need to take out XYZ amount in cash. I forget what the amount is now, but it's not a larger. I think it's like if I want to take out more than $300, I literally have to call and tell them I'm coming to take out a cash of $300. I'm coming to take $1,000 out, or I'm coming to take $700 out. If I'm taking, because when I go to the credit union, I usually do take out cash so I can deposit it into my main account, and it's deposited as cash, which means it shows up immediately. So usually I do. But I mean, I'm saying all that to say, even if it's just $700, I have to call the credit union and say, hey, I'm coming to get $700 so they can have it ready for me. It's crazy. It's like,
his stories don't even add up either. I'm like, you can't come up with better stories, sir.
Right. My sister sold our I mean, that's it. Like, they were like, well, we can't trace it because his sister's dead. Yes, the hell you can. She sold a house. There's a record of a house being sold. It doesn't matter if she's alive or not. You can literally find out who his sister is. Smitty, you did all this research and got into this man's bank accounts, and you can't Google his sister's name. You can't find out who his sister is.
I feel bad.
You know what I'm saying? You can't find out who his sister is and see if there was a house sold and what year the house was sold, how much the house was sold
He
for,
probably
what
would
the
now.
profit off of the house was. Because for him to get $500,000, that means they walked away from the table with at least $1 million. So your parents' family home sold for over $1 million. Not saying it couldn't. I don't know his people, but like that should be very easy to trace.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Smitty gonna be on the case
Exactly,
now.
Bobby Wobby.
Exactly. Somebody would put it in the wall, say, but not this man.
Child. And bought a boat. And made a major purchase. Like, you should have put in like a couple of extra $100 every couple of weeks and made it seem like it was overtime or something, or that you were moonlighting, working as a bouncer down to the bar. Does anybody watch Chicago PD? Anybody watch Chicago PD? Voight be stealing money all the time, and he keep that cash in his house. He just gotta save.
Yeah.
Voight always stealing money.
Keep us safe. I feel bad for Smitty because the way Martin played in his face in this episode, and what was it, Monday or was it Thursday, when he came in and he pretended like he was on the phone, and
that was like Thursday or Friday.
When Smitty was like, "Can I talk to you?" and he was like, he just kept pretending like he was on the phone. I said, "Oh, Smitty, I feel so bad for you." I'm gonna go back to what I've been saying to you for quite some time now. Please cheat on Martin expeditiously. Cheat on Martin. Just cheat on him. We'll find you another black man and leave Martin his high booty alone.
He do have a high booty though. He do. He really does. So right. So Smitty confronts Martin and Jacob confronts his dad, and both of them lie. Both of them lie dead to their face. Which again, what do you expect? Like, but I think both of them suspect that the people are lying. I think both of them suspect that they're lying. You know what I mean?
Smitty more so than Jacob. I think Jacob just does not want to see the bad in his dad. But unfortunately,
I think he doesn't want to believe it. Yeah, I think he doesn't want to believe that his dad is doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he kind of does believe it. I mean, I wonder how deep it's going to go. Like, I wonder, like, is he going to have to turn his father in? Is his father how deep is this going to go? It's kind of like with Leslie. Is Leslie ever going to actually go to jail for are they ever actually going to, get enough evidence with Leslie? Like, it's kind of like the Leslie thing. Like, where are we going with this?
I will say that the flashbacks are getting, the flashbacks are clearer now because we see, it looks like what happened is Martin's car broke down on the side of the road and racist KKK Kenneth pulled up on him asking him, can he, if he needed help, and it went left.
Yeah, that's what I agree. It looks like that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Yeah. Right. Who visits the police station more, Cat or Smitty? Right. Exactly.
Both.
Child, both of them. So, so then we see Malone again is worried about what they know. So he approaches Jacob and that's when he gives Jacob that bullshit story. So of course Jacob believes that Malone is into something. But again, like you said, I don't know how much of Jacob is connected his father to it, but he definitely feels like Malone and Martin are into something. And basically Martin and Smitty both agreed Jacob and Smitty both agreed, listen, because Jacob was like, listen, wherever this take me is wherever it take me. If my dad's involved, then it is what it is. I mean, he my dad and I love him, but if he did something wrong, he did something wrong. And that's that goody two-shoes stuff we was talking about earlier. Because I'm not turning my daddy in. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not turning my daddy in. Now,
no,
I ain't turning my daddy in.
Yeah, I would turn a blind eye.
I mean, especially for this. Like, if I got this whole story, I'm like, oh, so you helped cover up this man, these two guys were racist, and because it really does sound like it could have been self-defense. I mean, honestly. But
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody actually died, so there's that. Um, um, but Smitty was like, well, if Martin is involved, I'm going to protect Martin. I'm going to have to protect Martin if Martin is involved.
He better than I am because I wouldn't protect Martin as dismissive as he is.
Baby, the way Martin treats you, I wouldn't protect shit. Absolutely. I'm with you. I wouldn't protect a mother thing. Jacob is supposed to be Serpico. Who's that?
How about to say, who was that?
I don't know. I don't know if is that a movie or a person? I don't know who that is. Bobby Wobby, tell us, baby. Should still could be considered self-defense even if someone died because these men would have right. That's what I'm saying. Like, the only thing I can think of is that it was just a knee-jerk reaction to him being a congressman and having to go through all of that. But again, it literally just sounds like self-defense to me. Like, but anyway. The last thing we see is, anything else more on that? That was the majority of the week. Did we miss anything? Because again, it was a lot of back and forth with Smitty and Jacob, and what do you know? What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? But anything more you want to say on that?
No, not that I can think of. No, I think that's all we. That was really it for them,
right? So the last thing was we see that Martin finds out that he tells this the other thing that was stupid. He calls Malone to have police presence following him, his kids, and Smitty. First of all, you already know that the heat is on with Malone, with Smitty, and with Jacob doing an investigation. Why would you ask Malone to do anything that's anywhere close to being off the books? Number two, you literally have the money to hire security. Just fucking hire security. Number three, why would Malone call Jacob? You know Jacob is investigating you. Why would you call Jacob? Or why would you call anybody that would call Jacob? Like, huh? That was weird to me, you guys. That was weird to me, you guys.
You know your husband suspects this man, and then you go call him? Like, why?
So now, Serpico is a movie based on a real person who was a police officer in the 1970s in New York City. He took down bad cops and was almost killed in the process. Al Pacino played him. Okay, I know what you're talking about. The name sounded familiar, but I didn't know what it was. But okay, yeah. So that's who he's supposed to be. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Serpico was his last name. Got it. I think I remember now. Now that you saying that, I think I remember what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. Okay. I think they actually now I want to go see the movie. Now I want to go watch the movie, y'all, because I do think I remember it now. Okay, so the last thing we see is, the last major thing we see is, oh girl, the daughter is at the park, and here come Mr. KKK asking her to help him with her phone, and we see Martin walk up on them.
That's why I say them kids ain't got, you know what, I'm gonna give it to you. They ain't got common sense, because bitch, even at my grown ass age, a strange person walk up to me asking for help. Who are you? Get the fuck away from me. I'ma scream. Hell no.
And especially when your father, like, something's going on with your dad. Like, how your dad is feeling right now. Like, you might not understand it. You might think it's that he's being extra and being ridiculous, but something is going on with your dad. Your dad, why are you talking to anybody? Why are you talking to anybody?
That shit, when I saw that, I was like, it's because I actually watched the end of yesterday's episode live, and I saw some man that I was like, wait a minute, is she sitting with who I think? I was like, oh, she is sitting with him. And no. Martin and Smitty, what are y'all teaching y'all's kids? because that was the first thing my mama told me. Even at they age, what they what 16, 17, even at 16 and 17, she still did not like me talking to people that I didn't know. And that's why I still am the way that I am today. Because
Baby,
I
I'm leery of people I don't know. Like
exactly.
I'm still leery. This lady asked me the other day. I was at the gas station, and this lady and I, that was one of those things where I just had to pray on it. I was like, Lord, if she really needed help, understand my heart. Like you got to understand my heart. And I'm serious. I really did pray because she had that baby with her. But she came up to me
Oh.
at the gas station. Now had she asked me for money, I probably would have gave her some money. If I'm being honest, I probably would have gave her some money. But she says to me, because where I went to the gas station, it's like there's like a whole like a strip mall there. There's like a Safeway, a couple of food places, a nail place, it's like a whole. So she was walking through the parking lot, but the gas station is connected. So she comes into the gas station. She's got this baby with her. It was one of those days where it was really, really hot. And she was like, my ride share just left me. And she was, I guess, trying to get me to order her another Uber. If she had asked me for money, I might have gave her some money. But in my mind, I was thinking, that doesn't make sense. Because first of all, when Uber comes, they tell you got 5 minutes to get your ass outside. And here's the number to call the Uber driver if you're taking too long. Like if she was in the store buying groceries and if she had called the Uber driver and said, hey, I'm in line now, I'm in the grocery store, I'll be out in a minute, you would have been good. So when she was like, my Uber driver left me, she was like, that's what it was. She was like, do you have Uber on your phone? I'm not ordering you no Uber. Because first of all, when you show up, then you got to verify it's you. They going, you know what I mean? I was like, no. And I felt bad because she had that baby with her, but I'm just not trusting of none of that shit. I don't trust none of that shit. And people use kids for sympathy and all of that. I mean, like I said, I felt bad for her. Had she asked me for money, I would have gave her money because I'd have been like, damn, she's stranded. But I didn't understand that whole, do you have Uber? Can you order me an Uber? Nah, I'm not ordering you no Uber. No, not on my account. I'm not. I just ain't trusted, y'all. I ain't trusted. Sorry, not sorry. I had to pray on that thing. Because I was like, this don't make, see, when things don't make sense to me, I feel like they're not true. If she had said, listen, I'm stranded, I'm trying to get me and my baby home. I missed my Uber. If she had asked me for a few dollars, I might have gave her a few dollars. But baby, I couldn't do that. You're not using my Uber. No.
Hell no, I don't blame you for that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't trust people. Like, even now, like you said, as an adult, I don't trust people.
And that's
because you just don't know. And I hate it for us as a society because I think sometimes people legit need help. Sometimes people legit, right? Kevin, it sounded like she was trying to get in my phone. Like I just felt like it was some information she was trying to give me. I don't know. I just felt it ain't feel right to me.
Yeah, I think that as a society we have to be like that.
But I hated. I remember I was at Essence Fest, and this girl came up to me and she said that she her phone died and she got separated from her friends. She was a young girl, and she was like, she wanted to use my phone to call her friends, right? To be like, look, where are y'all, baby? I said I did like this. I said, I'll call for you. What's the number?
Yeah,
and I had on my phone and I put it on speaker and I had my phone with both hands and I had it on speaker and I let her call, but I was like, I'm not about to give you my phone because she was a young girl too. Oh no. And I mean, I don't know if she was telling the truth or lying, but she went through with the store. I mean, she, whoever she called, she was like, where are y'all? I don't have my phone. And I was like, they better tell you where they at. Now I did, but you ain't about to use my phone, no ma'am.
Nope, I don't blame.
Now had me stranded in New Orleans without a phone, I'd be down. Right? Kevin said, absolutely not.
Yeah, that scene. I was just looking at Samantha like, it's the same way I feel about Tyrell. It's like, why are y'all talking to a stranger? Granted, Tyrell is different than Samantha. He's played chess with this man for 3 weeks, and sometimes. The problem with social media and these online gaming things, people develop these pseudo relationships with these people, and they think that they really know these people. When in actuality, you just know somebody that you interact with for a brief period of time on social media or games or
Right.
whatever, and you don't really know who they are. But for
And you know who
Samantha
they
to just
told you they were. Right. Right.
exactly, but for Samantha to literally like this man, he looks sketchy. Kenneth looks sketchy.
Right. He got that big old bandage on the side of his face, bruised up and stuff. Yeah. Mm-mm.
I'd be like, move away before I start screaming. I'm gonna pull a white
And
woman
why
on
don't
you.
his kids already have a security detail? Like, I understand that he's a congressman. I'm not saying 24 hours a day, but why don't you already have some sort of something already in place to keep up with your kids? Like, that don't make sense to me.
That just goes to show that Martin is not the hands-on father. It's Smitty.
That's true too. Well, and they did make that clear from the beginning that Smitty was really the one. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. So that was pretty much this week. Anything that we missed, you guys? Any storylines we didn't hit on? Anything I didn't touch, JB?
I think we got everything we talked about. Yeah, we talked about Ashland. Oh God, Ashland. I'm ready with Harold. Can we just introduce a serial unaliver and let them two be the first two to go? Ashley top. I want Ashley to be at the top of that goddamn list. And
Not
when they
at the
show her
top of the
body, I'm like,
list.
oh, I'm so sorry that Ashley died. Not really. We can just have when it comes to her funeral, baby, just have a cremation and be like, yeah, we cremated the bitch, and yeah, we're good. 'Cause nothing. I don't want to take away from nobody's. I don't want to take nobody's paycheck. So let me say that. But when it comes to Ashley, it's just she's a no for me. Her and Derek are no's for me. Even Vanessa's a no for me. But I think we hit everything.
All right. Well, thank you guys as always for being here. JB, go ahead and get out and get started celebrating because it's cancer season for a
It
little bit
is.
longer, a little bit longer. Thank you, everybody. So we about to get out of here. I'm about to go hang out with my with my parents. I'm trying to decide if I want some crabs today or not. On my way home, I might pick up some crabs. I don't know. I see how I'm feeling when I leave my parents' house. I was wondering how it would be for the first unaliving of the show. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna hate
Yeah.
when it
It will be
happens.
interesting to see that. Thank you, Kevin.
Hopefully, it's not somebody that we care about like that. Hopefully, it be auxiliary characters. But who's really an
Yeah.
auxiliary character that we don't care about besides
All the people you just named.
that's it.
All the people you just named.
That's really it. I don't want nobody from the I don't want none of the main cast or any like even me not liking Eva. I don't even want nobody to touch Eva. Now
I got a soft spot for Eva.
I know some of y'all may say throw Cat in there, but no, we will never throw. I will never throw Cat to the wolves.
Oh
I love
Lord.
Cat.
Yeah, I know he loved his cat, child.
So
Yeah, I know how he feel about his cat a tat tat tat.
V says Derek, Ashley, Vanessa, Doug, Randy, and Kenny.
Well, Randy,
Randy should have been gone.
I about to say Joey should have been got rid of Randy because Randy been insubordinate for a minute. Okay. Randy ain't been listening to you for a minute. Okay.
Months.
Okay. Because remember, we had that conversation. We just said, Randy, your days are numbered.
They should have been numbered. The way he kept undermining him with Doug.
It was a mess. All right, y'all. We about to get out of here. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. And we will see y'all. What you got going on, JB? What should the people be looking out for?
So I still got to do Divorce Sisters. I think once I get off of here, I'm gonna record Divorce Sisters and put that up for y'all. Then I'm gonna watch Medea's Destination Wedding. I'm not gonna do like a detailed review of that, you guys, but we will definitely talk about that. And then what else we got? Tomorrow, y'all know Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's something else that I had coming up and I forgot what it was, but that's pretty much it for the weekend. And then y'all know next week is my birthday, so y'all don't be looking for me too much next week. That's all I'm gonna say.
And we shouldn't, and we should not. Pretty much the same thing over here. I'm going to get caught up on Divorce Sisters. Like I was saying, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do episode by episode and just upload a quick review of each episode. And then once I get caught up, because what days do the new episodes drop? Wednesdays, Tuesdays,
Thursdays. I think
Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So next Thursday, what I'll probably do they drop at midnight Wednesday into Thursday or midnight Thursday into Friday? Okay. So what I would try to do is get caught up, do one episode at a time. But I'm not going to do a live, just do an upload. And then for episode 7, I'll do a live and we'll just kind of talk about everything that's been going on. That's my plan.
It's a lot.
So that's kind of what we got going on, y'all.
I'm still mad y'all for getting me into that damn show, but I mean, I'm here. Because what I did was I binged them and did a reviews to, oh God, never again.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it, y'all. And don't forget Big Brother. Yes. I'm not sure how JB is doing Big Brother, but don't forget we both of us are watching and talking about Big Brother. So if you're a Big Brother fan, make sure y'all are keeping up with y'all notifications on that. I'm going to try to just do a quick little review. I did it live yesterday for the premiere, but I'm not going to do a live for every single episode. I mean, they go live 3 days a week, but I will probably do a quick recap. I'm going to try to do a quick recap.
That's what I was thinking
if it's something worth talking about, Chad.
Because now the Wednesday episodes are going to be 90 minutes long.
Yeah, that's interesting too. So right now that'll be easy, but when it gets later on in the season, I feel like that's going to be a lot of fluff because as people get eliminated, it just ain't 90 minutes worth of stuff to talk about. Right now it's probably full, but I feel like it's going to be a lot of fluff as we get towards the end of the season. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later.
All right, y'all.